Ladies and gentlemen, we did the AL, we did the NL. Now it's time to put them all together and make a glorious pile of some bullshit with our World Series winner and losers. Let's see what's going to happen here as we predict who's going to finish in seeds 1 through 6 here in our playoffs. As always, the 5 of us are back together. It's Aiden, JR, Brendan, Andrew, and Tim. Hopefully a little shorter episodes than what you've seen so far. All 5 of us together. It's going to be a fun
Aiden
one.
Size.
What is that supposed to be? Why? Why?
You said a shorter episode.
And didn't hit. No. We need that. We need the X from America's Got Talent, or Family Feud. Yeah, exactly. Just no. Did not play. All right. So here's how the format's going to work. What we're going to do, we all know the division winners that we all picked. So what we're going to do, we're going to run through, we're going to start on the American League. We're going to do our American League top 3. We're going to seed them 1 through 3. Then we're going to do our National League 1 through 3. Then we're going to pick our wild card teams from each league. Then we're going to pick our World Series winners and losers, or our loser first, then our winner. Then we're going to do hot seat and get the hell out of here. All right? So let's start here. We're going to move over first. Tim Lowry, our resident BFM media. Tim, you had the Blue Jays, White Sox, and Angels leading their divisions. Tim, how do you see them finishing in the American League as far as seeds 1, 2, and 3
Can we get transparency? We are recording after the National League preview. And if you watch the National League preview, you'll know that I am fully sauced by now.
He is. He's gone.
I am ribs on the fucking barbecue sauce right now.
He is a part of Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage. He is Jones's barbecue right now.
That's disturbing.
All right.
Not as good as Gates barbecue.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, Tim, we'll go to you. You had Blue Jays, White Sox, and Angels. How do you see them finishing 1 through 3 in your American League?
I have Blue Jays finishing number 1. I have the Angels in number 2 and the White Sox number 3.
All right, JR, you, my friend, had Blue Jays, White Sox, Rangers. How do you see them finishing?
I see them in that order. Blue Jays, White Sox, Rangers.
Oh, whoops. Wrong place.
All right. Brendan, you had Blue Jays, White Sox, Angels, same as Tim. How do you have them finishing?
I had Blue Jays, White Sox, Angels. I have Angels, White Sox, Blue Jays.
Okay, Angels, White Sox, Blue Jays, you said?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Catch up. Come on.
Andrew, you had the same as Brendan and Tim. How do you see them finishing?
I'll go Blue Jays, White Sox, Angels.
All right. I had Blue Jays, White Sox, Angels. I hate to say it, but Tim is correct. I'm going to copy what Tim's got there. I'm going to copy his homework and put him in that order. All right. So now you sort of see the form.
Mine's 100%
we know.
because of a bit.
So we've seen the order there. Now let's move on to the National League. There'll be more discussion when it comes to the wild card because there's a little more fluidity there. This is just the pomp and circumstance here in the beginning. All right, National League. We're going to start with you, JR. You had Phillies, Cardinals, Giants. How do you see them finishing?
Actually, again, in that order, Phillies, Cardinals, and Giants. That's how I'd have them seated.
All right. Brendan, you had Phillies, Cardinals, Giants. How do you see it?
I have a fluffy cardinal, a fluffy kitty ninja whispering the answers to my ear. Hold on.
Will you stop playing with your pussy and just tell us the answer already?
Let's talk about jokes that don't land.
Phillies, Giants,
No
Cardinals.
All right. Tim, you had Phillies, Cardinals, Giants.
In that order.
I myself had Phillies, Cardinals, Padres. Give me Phillies, Padres, Cardinals.
Oh, I put Brendan's in the wrong place. Phillies, Padres, Cardinals. Okay.
And Andrew, you had Phillies, Cardinals, Rockies.
In that order.
Phillies, Cardinals, Rockies. All right. Now this is where we get to have a little more discussion. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go 4 to 6 seed. We're gonna start in the American League first. Actually, we did the American League first for this one, so let's go to the National League. So we're gonna start with you, Andrew. Who is your number 4 seed, your first wild card team in the National League?
Going with the Padres.
Padres is your first wild card team. You have them slated to finish second in the NL West. JR, who's your first wild card team?
Yeah, same here. I think it's Padres. I feel like them and the Giants will be a tight race.
All right. Brendan, who you got finishing as your first wild card?
Can I see my standings again? Can I scroll over to the National League, please? Thank you.
Sorry, I zoomed in.
Rockies.
Rockies as the 4 seed there for him.
I thought I was right, but I wanted to didn't want to
Double
say
check.
something and be stupid wrong.
I'm going to go ahead and go with my number 4 seed. Go ahead and give me the Cincinnati Reds.
Wow.
All right, Tim, what do you got?
New York Mets.
New York Mets is the number 4 seed.
Yeah. Let's go Mets. Hell, run, baby. Let's go Mets.
All right. 4 seed in the American League. JR, kick us off.
For me, it's got to be Angels.
Tim,
Rangers.
Andrew,
Reminded myself real quick. Rangers.
Brendan,
Astros,
and myself, I'm going to take the Rangers.
because I have the Astros second in the West.
Yep. All right, back to the National League. Number 5 seed. I'll kick this one off. Give me the Rockies as the number 5 seed. All right, let's go to you, Andrew. What do you got?
I have the Atlanta Braves.
Los Braves de Atlanta. Tim?
Cincinnati Reds.
Cincinnati Reds is the number 5 seed. Brendan?
The Dads.
And JR?
I've got the Rockies. Got the 3rd team out of the West.
3rd team out of the West. All right. Hopping over to the American League. I'll go ahead and kick this one off here. Give me as the number 5. I'm going to go ahead and give the New York Yankees the number 5.
That's an unearned vote of confidence.
Brendan?
Give me the Rangers.
All right. Tim?
Put the Yankees in for me.
Andrew?
Astros.
JR?
I'm going Guardians here.
All right. Now to the number 6 seed. Brendan, kick us off in the NL.
It's the fucking Yankees, and we're gonna beat the Blue Jays in the first round of the playoffs again. Fuck
NL.
those guys. Oh, sorry, dang it. American League. Damn it. I was really excited to do my bit.
Fucking hell.
I am very drunk.
Premature celebration.
Mets.
Just so sad now. Just Mets.
I'm so disappointed in myself. I really thought I was right. Can you just put my Yankees on there so I don't get called on again?
Andrew, give us both your number 6 seed since Brendan wanted to ruin it.
Sure. NL, I'm going Giants. And then AL, I'm going Guardians.
All right. Tim?
NL, I'm going Atlanta Braves. AL, I'm going Houston Astros.
JR?
I'm going Yankees and Reds.
I'm going to take the Mets and the Mariners.
Mariners, I like it.
All right.
Sorry, guys. I lost the plot.
It's all right. Before we get into winners and losers, let's take a few minutes and discuss sort of anyone have any talking points that they see, any big discrepancies that they'd like to discuss. I think the biggest one that sticks out for me here is all of us seem to agree on the top, minus Brendan. You've got the Angels sitting up there at the top. What's I know you say it's for a bit, and it's because you don't like the Blue Jays. What do you think it would actually take though for the Angels to get that top spot in the American League?
The Angels, I said it entering yesterday's show. The Angels pitching staff is awesome, and I fully believe this team can win north of 110 games.
Wow.
The only reason I don't have the Angels up there, I have them at third, is because, and I have the Angels, Rangers, Astros at 3, 4, 5, because I believe they just beat up on each other the whole time, and it's hard for one of them to pull away.
Limited exposure against each other. The current schedule has fewer division games than
This is true, fewer than before, but I still think the Blue Jays and White Sox will still have an easier schedule overall.
Okay.
JR, you're the only person out of all of us to not have 3 AOS teams in your playoffs. Why is that?
I just feel like there's enough holes with the Astros and the Mariners. I just feel like at a certain point there's going to be a fall off there, and there's been some change there with the Astros. And also, I actually, it's really more about how I feel about the Guardians. Like, I just feel like they're due to bounce back there with some of their star players. And I think, Sadier is the kind of guy that can, fill in some spots if he needs to throughout the year. But, I just really feel like they're going to be a team that's going to, have some guys really perform at a high level.
If it weren't for the fact that I was trying to do a bit where I once again beat the Blue Jays in the wild card round, I would also pick the Guardians in the
Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Oh God.
Tim, let's you and I have a conversation here for a second.
All right.
The other 3 guys all picked 3 NLS teams. You and I have an even spread across the board, 2, 2, and 2. Well, you have 3 NL East teams. I have 2, 2, and 2 going across the board. Talk to me about why you only have 1 team from the NL West, but talk to me about what you see out of this, specifically out of the Cincinnati Reds. And you're the only, talk to me about what you see out of the Cincinnati Reds.
A really nice core of, and the Reds have been building slowly over the past couple of years. Made it to the playoff last year. And I think it's just a stair-step progression up. I like it. Colmenares, I think, is going to be incredible. Adding that to what they did last year is enough to move them to 5th.
And you're also, a follow-up question to you. You're the only person without the Rockies in their playoffs this year. Why is that?
The gap between becoming relevant and making it to the playoffs in the eMLB is tremendous. I want to see Colorado above 500 and have a good season, and then we can talk about whether or not they make the playoffs.
That's fair.
In my mind, just talking about the Rockies real quick, the Rockies are going to have the season this year that the Braves had last season, where it just kind of it's not going to come out of nowhere because we've seen the offseason that the Rockies had, but that kind of improvement year over year. And I think their division is more winnable than overtaking the Phillies like the Braves have to do.
I also think if we look at mine, I'm the only team who believes in the Mariners. I was the highest on the Mariners in our preseason predictions, and I'll just mention that sort of as I'm leading the conversation here. I think the Mariners are going to have a sneaky good season. We obviously talk about them in that top 4 of that AL West that always beats up on each other. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this year, sneak into the playoffs, and we're going to see in a minute, but who knows if I predict this, but once playoff baseball comes, they could make a run. So let's talk about it. We're going to have our World Series winner and loser, but before we get there, what is your we'll start with this. What is your AL Championship Series, and who's going to represent the AL? We'll start at the top. The way we're stacked up here, Brendan, what's the ALCS, and who comes out of it?
The ALCS is, you know what? Angels beat Rangers, the rematch, and this time they sweep them.
All right, so the Angels are going to be in the World Series.
They got swept. They sweep them.
All right. So the Angels are one of your World Series teams. How about on the National League side?
Oops, all vibes, baby. They topped the Mets in the NLCS by a 4-2 margin, let's say.
The
Giants, Angels.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right. JR, what do you got for me?
In the American League, I think we're going to see the Blue Jays and the Rangers matchup. I think that'll be the championship series, and I see Toronto making it through there to the World Series. I just feel really good about them adding Cody to that star-stacked roster that they already had, finding a way to get there to the World Series.
I like it.
And then NL, on the NL side, this is a tough one. I mean, I'm kind of already envisioning, that it feels like that the Cardinals and the Phillies are on this collision course for the NLCS, and I just have a hard time picking against that. So I think you see Cardinals and Phillies there.
And who's coming out of those two?
To me, that is just a total coin flip. I would say, for the purposes of this, I'm going to go with Phillies, but I could be talked 5 minutes from now. You could ask me and I might say Cardinals.
All right. I'll go
Which
next.
I will be doing. I'll ask you 5 minutes from now.
I'll go next. American League. The Mariners are going to have a dynasty run here, and they're going to go on a collision course with the Blue Jays. But the Blue Jays are finally going to make it to the World Series and end their Cinderella run.
So, problem with that, Aiden, with you having the Mariners as a 6 seed, they
don't face the end. Yes,
I forgot about how the seeding works.
Dumbass.
Fuck off. Fine. Then I'll Yankees Blue Jays meet up in the championship series in the championship round. Yankees will lose to the Blue Jays in 5. Then on the National League side, a little tougher for me to predict. Padres and Phillies make it there. Phillies are once again the bridesmaid, but never the bride, and the Padres end up in the World Series against the Blue Jays.
I hope y'all
Andrew?
are remembering, because I don't really have a place to keep track of all that.
No, that's fine.
All right. So American League.
Here, hold on. Ready? Hold on. I'll do it for you while you're sitting there.
Oh,
I'm just going to do it like this.
You're just going to put it in? Okay. Anyway. So American League, I'm going to say the ALCS is going to be between the Blue Jays and the Angels. And I will have the Blue Jays moving to the World Series. I'll say that is a classic 7-game series. And then in the National League,
does real quick, Andrew? So you have the Angels as the 3 seed, right? Okay, yeah.
Yes, I do. So I had them winning, and they would face the White Sox in the DS.
Gotcha. Yeah.
National League. We'll repeat last year. Cardinals, Phillies, with the Cardinals winning it.
Brendan, who'd you say is your American League team? Sorry.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. It's now Anaheim, by the way. You should know you did the rebrand.
I did, but
Oh, I accidentally did it. Also.
Yeah, because Tim hasn't gone yet.
Yep, I accidentally did yours where Tim goes.
Oh,
Tim, go ahead.
Oh, you put the National League on. Okay, I see what you're doing.
American League, I've got Toronto and the White Sox in the ALCS, with Toronto advancing to the World Series.
Okay.
And I have Phillies and Mets in the NLCS. And Phillies in the World Series.
All right. So we have all of our World Series matchups. We're going to go from the bottom up this time to give our World Series champion and our loser. Tim, who's your winner? Who's your loser?
Granddad hoists the trophy. Toronto.
All right, I'll let Andrew do it since he's.
I gotcha.
Yep. All right. Andrew, you're next.
For the second straight season in a row, Cody
Oh,
Koshin will fall to the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
You can't escape me. I am inevitable.
All right.
Love you, Cody.
So this one is interesting because part of me wants to go with the Blue Jays because I love Harris and I love what Harris is doing. Part of me is like, that team is so good.
Harris
How
is
do
a
they
cool guy,
not
can
win?
confirm.
Part of me is like, they're so good. How do they not win? And then I look back and you're talking about, I think we're going to have another two-time champion, however. Give me the Kims and the San Diego Padres over these Blue Jays in a 7-game thriller, baby.
Whoa.
I don't know what that was.
I don't
I
either.
don't either.
JR?
So I think you had Rangers in there, but I had Blue Jays in there with the Phillies.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Rangers. My bad.
But you know, I am all on board with this is finally the year for Harris and the Blue Jays. Jordan Cage opted to stick back in. Jordan Cage gets to raise the trophy with the Blue Jays.
So 3 of our picks, I have no bias whatsoever.
None.
And Drunky McDrunkerson?
Drunky McDrunkerson. All right. I understand that JR is hands down the sexiest GM in eMLB. However, we got to give some props to Tom. I mean, that is one fine looking dude. And that is one fine looking team that fine looking dude is assembled out in Anaheim. The Angels sweep the Giants in the World Series.
I believe, Brendan, in a former podcast, you referred to Tom as what?
A smoke show. I don't know. I can't remember exactly what I said.
I believe you referred to him as a pussy magnet?
Pussy magnet, yes.
He's a slayer. Tom's a slayer too.
Tom, do not be around Brendan drunk, please. Or do. It might be entertaining for all of us.
I am a hype. I am nothing if not a hype man. And Tom deserves the hype squad everywhere he goes.
All right.
I'll take Tom's crumbs.
That's fair. All right, Tim, it's time for the hot seat. Let's set it up.
All right, do me first so I can bounce.
That's what she said.
Oh, wait. No.
Okay. You ready?
Woo! Yeah.
5-1, top 5 sexiest GMs in eMLB.
Okay, 5-1. Andrew. Yep. Aiden. Come on, I gotta give some respect where respect is due. Me, I'm pretty fucking good looking. Tom, JR.
Beautiful. Great. Next, throw someone else on the hot seat.
Jared, get the fuck out there.
All right. Andrew, you have your Cardinals winning again. Who's going to be the World Series MVP if your Cardinals win again?
You said throw somebody else out there. I put Jared.
No.
Shane Rodecker.
Shane Rodecker. Great.
Woo!
JR, How much will Jordan Cage's next contract be worth?
I don't know. It's probably 69 million a year.
Not 67.
Nah, 69er.
Are we back to
Tim.
Humongous Melons?
Tim is Jesus. Tim is our resident media guy here. Who is the biggest name traded at the eMLB trade deadline this year?
Who's the best Royal remaining?
Biggest name?
I didn't say the best player. I said the biggest name.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm debating.
Be a master.
Giannis Garbo.
Giannis Garbo.
Oh.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. All right.
I've asked a question last time. Someone else do it.
I can't ask myself something.
I'm horrible at thinking of questions. How many years until the Twins rebuild is complete and you're back in the playoffs?
3.
That's the number I had in mind. Okay.
I think 3 is when you see those Sean Davis, Xeris Nelmos, however you pronounce his freaking name, when he comes up, and obviously Junior Caminero and Dan Sorrells, Gerard Wigfield, when all of them come up towards the end of Pearson's contract and right before Chestnut becomes a free agent, that'll probably be around the time of our big push.
In the Mr. eMLB pageant contest, at what point in time is FK and Kamish Shelby eliminated?
I choose to plead the 5th.
So 5th round? We got you down for 5th round. Okay, gotcha.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us on this shortened episode of the eMLB podcast. We appreciate you joining us, and the 2033 season is about to head up. We've got Carlton, we've got the Pussy Slayer, we've got the Bald Man, and we've got the old head over here. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Aiden. We appreciate you guys. Take it easy, and once again, we'll see y'all next time.